all of that.
What caused all what?
You and Martell. My
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
Martell was singing about the young lady.
I've already responded.
I want an answer. That's not an answer.
What was my response?
Even a yes or no is an answer.
What was my response?
Did it ever happen?
Nobody saw this coming, definitely not like this. Latisha Scott had just been posting pictures of herself looking fabulous at a charity event, smiling and shining like always. And then, everything flipped. 1 minute she was sharing selfies, and the next, her entire marriage was unraveling like a mystery movie, and she was both the lead actress and the detective. This wasn't a typical argument about missed calls or unanswered texts. This was deeper. Latisha wasn't just upset. She was ready. She had been waiting for this moment, and she was prepared to face the truth head-on. For years, Latisha played the role of the loyal wife. While her husband Marsau was out on business trips late at night, making strange calls and constantly claiming he was working late, she stood by him. Friends and fans saw it.
What was my response?
Nothing.
Take that.
Okay, so you don't know the young lady.
What was my response?
I don't give a what your response was. I'm asking you now. I think Marsau is lying. I'm gonna find out the truth, and I'm gonna dig until there's no more room to dig. Do you even know the young lady?
We're not doing that.
I'm trying to understand what she said.
No, for real.
You understand everything I say.
Mom.
Some whispered behind her back. Others admired how she carried herself with class and dignity. But she stayed quiet until she didn't. And when she finally made her move, it wasn't emotional or dramatic. It was calculated. Like a skilled strategist, Latisha had been putting the puzzle pieces together for a long time. Business trips that didn't make sense, dinner reservations made under fake names, and one particular woman who kept showing up in the same places Marsau went. She wasn't some random admirer either. People say it was Dr. Jackie, yes, the same Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine.
Marsau and I, we have our own way of communicating to let each other know we got each other and we're good. Marsau knew what Martell was saying wasn't okay. I have no doubt, no concern at all, because he has proven himself to be my protector over the years.
No one's confirmed anything officially, but things got suspicious fast when grainy pictures showed up online. Latisha's husband and Dr. Jackie, leaving the same upscale restaurant, wearing the same clothes that Jackie had posted in her own Instagram story. It didn't take long for internet sleuths to dig in. Fans matched up timestamps, zoomed in on sunglasses, compared background DCOR, and even looked up the restaurant's reservations. And through it all, Latisha said nothing. She just watched it all unfold, calm, collected, and several steps ahead. Then, she made her move.
Why you don't like Marsau?
Because the way he talks to you. See, you think you're smart. See, I got you.
No. Here's the thing.
I got you. I know you, okay? If you say something I don't like, I'm coming for you. I don't care.
Latisha flew to Atlanta, telling everyone she was giving a speech. Secretly, she booked a hotel room near where Marsau was staying. She didn't post anything, didn't tell anyone. She even wore a disguise. And at exactly 9:47 p.m., Marsau walked into the hotel with the same woman, smiling, comfortable, unaware he was being watched. Latisha didn't confront him. She didn't yell or scream. Instead, she filmed it. Every second. Then she walked back to her hotel room and watched the footage over and over.
I understand all of these different projects you have going on, but it's what? Why are you giving me attitude?
Because I don't think you understand.
I want you to understand my feelings.
Okay.
And I want you to acknowledge my feelings.
I listen to logic. If you want to communicate effectively with me, come in, sit down, and prove your point.
Okay, you name all these different projects you have going on, but at the end of the day, that's still my space. That was my space. And what if it happened to you? If somebody's sitting in your chair, you see a computer up, you see a degree up.
Quite frankly, just, there's not like commerce going on from that desk right now anyway.
When they got home, she didn't argue. She didn't ask questions. She simply played the video. No sound, no explanation, just the footage that said everything she needed it to. According to people close to the situation, Marsau just sat there in silence. No excuses, no story could explain what he saw. After that moment, everything changed. Their house, once full of noise and life, became quiet. Not cold, just still. They barely spoke. There were no fights or crying fits. Just a deep, heavy silence that filled every room. Marsau tried to explain later, saying it was just a business dinner.
Like what? I don't understand. Like what?
Okay. I'm gonna sure.
A lot of times, Tisha hears things about Marsau she probably already know. She just don't want you to know. Because then, the more people know, the more she might have to do something about it. Almost how Melody had to do, you know? That's why I try to keep whatever Marsau and I done in the past with women and places we've gone, things we've done, people we shared. Him after me, though.
That nothing inappropriate had happened. But Latisha didn't buy it. She didn't even argue. She just stopped listening. The woman who used to defend him without hesitation now wanted one thing: respect. But it wasn't just the video that flipped the script. It was what Latisha did after that. She didn't post vague quotes on social media. She didn't cry on live. She didn't even hint at what was going on. She just left quietly. And in the world of reality TV, that silence speaks louder than any dramatic speech ever could. Silence, after all, means something big is coming. Meanwhile, Marsau was trying to pretend like everything was fine. He was still going out to cigar lounges, laughing too loudly, trying to act like his world wasn't falling apart. But people around him could feel it, the tension, the nervous energy. He looked like a man waiting for the other shoe to drop. And he was right to be scared. Latisha wasn't crying in private. She was making moves. Quietly calling a divorce lawyer in Birmingham, not to file just yet, but to understand her options, how to divide assets, what would happen to the businesses, how to protect herself. She wasn't rushing. She was preparing. Carefully, thoughtfully, and on her own. Then came the ripple effect. Melody Hull, someone who had a rocky history with Latisha, found out. They'd never been best friends, and Melody had warned Latisha for years to stop defending Marsau. When the truth came out, Melody didn't gloat. She posted a meme: "Some people will gaslight you until they run out of lies." No names were mentioned. No direct shade. But everyone knew exactly who she was talking about. The post was deleted shortly after, but the message stuck. Fans flooded her comments. Many said, she always knew, and Latisha finally woke up. On the set of the show, cast members were scrambling. People were worried. Martell Hall, who had always backed Marsau through past cheating rumors, suddenly went quiet, and silence from him said a lot. A source said producers were in panic mode. Why? Because rumors were flying that Latisha had offered the footage to the show. If it aired, it wouldn't just be a dramatic episode, it would be a turning point for the entire franchise. But then came a legal twist. Marsau allegedly hired a lawyer not to stop the divorce, but to block the footage. He claimed it was entrapment, an invasion of privacy. He wanted to flip the script and make himself look like the victim. But Latisha wasn't playing those games. She stayed silent. No press statements, no tweets, no interviews. Just silence. And that silence made Marsau nervous. He's used to Latisha handling things, smoothing things over, keeping their public image intact. Not this time. She wasn't fixing it. She wasn't explaining anything. And that terrified him. Rumors say he's now working with a crisis manager, planning to go on a major talk show, maybe Tamron Hall or The Breakfast Club, to spin the story. To say he was betrayed, trapped, misunderstood. But fans aren't buying it. They've watched this unfold for years. The video only confirmed what they already suspected. As for Latisha, she's not making moves out of anger, she's doing it with clarity. For the first time in a long time, she's not trying to save her husband, her marriage, or their brand. She's trying to save herself. People close to the couple say the atmosphere around Marsau changed quickly. The friendly greetings turned into awkward glances. People who used to admire him now whispered behind his back. Meanwhile, Latisha moved quietly behind the scenes. She adjusted bank access, checked business ownership documents, and made sure every financial detail was clear. She had spent years as the loyal wife, the face of their empire. Now, she was protecting what she built alone. And while the internet exploded with theories, debates, and old clips, Latisha still hadn't said a word. Not to the public. Not even to Marsau. That silence? It spoke volumes. And when Latisha finally makes her next move, whatever it is, no one will be able to say they didn't see it coming. They just didn't know she'd be this ready. Looking back now, there were signs all along. Moments in the show when Latisha looked uncomfortable. Times when her smiles didn't quite reach her eyes. Episodes where Marsau didn't handle questions well or brushed things off a little too quickly. Scenes that seemed harmless at the time now feel like small clues that led to this exact moment. It's like a mystery that was unfolding right in front of us, and we just didn't realize it. Then, everything shifted with one major leak. A blurry, low-quality version of the hotel footage popped up online. It was only up for a few hours before it got taken down, but that was all it needed. Even though the clip wasn't very long and the woman's face was hard to see, the details were there. The location matched, the time added up, and the man in the video? No doubt it was Marsau. You could see him gently guiding a woman through the hotel lobby like it was something he had done before. She had on a very specific coat that fans immediately recognized. They were convinced it had to be Dr. Jackie, judging by how she walked and carried herself. The internet exploded. Even without Latisha saying a word, her silence spoke volumes. She didn't need to jump online to explain. She didn't have to drop hints or write captions. The world was doing it all for her. While producers held emergency meetings behind the scenes, trying to decide whether to risk airing the footage or leave it out of the show completely, Latisha stayed quiet. No press. No posts. No interviews. And then, something no one expected happened. Marsau showed up at a local radio station unannounced. No publicist. No warning. He wasn't doing an official interview, and there was no PR strategy behind it. He just walked in and went live on the air, telling his side of the story. He claimed it was all a setup. According to Marsau, Latisha had become obsessed with trying to catch him in a lie. He said the woman in the video was just a business partner and that the meeting was strictly professional. He insisted it wasn't what people thought. He tried to stay calm, but his voice told a different story. You could hear the cracks. He stumbled over some of the questions. He dodged others completely. And then the callers started coming in. One woman said something that left the room silent. You've been lying to that woman for years. Now you're trying to make her look crazy. But we see you clearly now. And just like that, the tone shifted. That same evening, Latisha finally posted something, but it wasn't what anyone expected. No statement, no reaction to the radio show. Just a photo. It was a picture of her and her daughter, smiling together on a peaceful beach. No caption. No explanation. And somehow, that one image said more than any interview ever could. It told the world she wasn't broken. She wasn't hiding. She wasn't falling apart behind the scenes. She was healing, rebuilding, and moving forward in her own quiet way. While people debated what would happen next, whether they'd divorce, take a break, or somehow try to work things out, one thing was clear. Latisha had changed. She wasn't the same woman who used to protect her husband from every rumor, who defended him even when the signs didn't make sense. She wasn't trying to keep up appearances anymore. She had let go of the old rules. She had stopped playing the game the way everyone expected her to. And now? She's creating her own path. Not for a storyline. Not for the cameras. For herself. No matter how the rest of this story unfolds, Latisha has already won something far more important: her freedom, her voice, and her peace. And that might just be the biggest plot twist of all.